Hey guys, welcome back to La Cocina, and today we'll be talking about social distancing. I'm just kidding. You know why you're here, because I'm cooking today. So, let's grab our big bowl and our spatula, and let's get ready for today's recipe. So today we'll be making a vanilla cake. You know, that delicious, very simple cake that we can find in bakeries or anywhere. Well, I'm going to show you the basics of how to make one. So you guys on your own, you guys can make any type you'd like. Today, I'm making strawberry. I'm not gonna add any strawberry flavoring or anything like that. I'm just gonna add straight up like actual strawberry. So for this recipe, you will be needing 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/3 cup of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of butter, diced and not melted but softened, 1 cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 eggs. That's all. Like, I'm not going to be using cream of tartar or anything, all these fancy ingredients, just simple, straight up ingredients. So, let's grab our handy dandy bowl. And so, I'll be right back. So we're going to be starting with the dry ingredients, then we're going to be adding our more wet ingredients. And guys, don't worry if you missed one of the ingredients I told you. You can skip back to the video, or you can look in the description. In the description, and basically I'm going to start doing this new thing where I'm going to start writing all the ingredients so you guys don't miss a thing. So make it easier for you guys. So we will be needing our flour. Just add our flour right in there, all of it. Every time you're making something with flour, what I recommend is making a little dome / volcano, because then it's easier to mix your wet ingredients or stuff like that. But we're not going to be mixing them yet. We'll be adding our baking powder and our sugar. Now we're going to give this a nice solid mix. So we don't want to see just like, we see this one whole group of sugar. You don't want to see that. You just want to see everything blended in to look like flour, because flour doesn't look like much. So I'm just going to keep mixing this and I'll be right back when that's finished. So now I'll be mixing with the more wet / dry ingredients. Depends on your butter. So this is all nicely incorporated, and we're gonna grab our butter. I've diced it and I've left it outside to more like soften. We don't want it, if you're gonna be in a rush and you wanna do this quicker, put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. That's all. If it's not melted, good. You don't want it melted. You don't want melted butter in this recipe. So let's just start adding it slowly, getting a good amount of there, and I might use my hands here because we want to make little crumples, and it's so much more easy to make it with this. So as you can see, we want to make sort of a flour, sort of a corn flour, like in a tortilla video. Like I said, if you guys watched it, I said something about vegetable oil. You want the texture. This is exactly what we're doing with this. So just mixing it, as you can see, gonna grab this, gonna add all of that, not all of it, just a good amount of it, and do the exact same the exact same thing. So guys, I'll be right back to you when I finish mixing all of the butter. So now that I finished incorporating everything, we will be needing our salt. Hey guys, do you know a fun fact about me? I'm Dora's brother. Hey guys, do you know how to say salt in Portuguese? It's sal. So we'll be adding our sal to the batter, and we're gonna mix. So now we'll be needing our vanilla. Do you guys know how to say vanilla in French? That's correct. It's vanille. We're gonna add our vanilla, and we're gonna nicely incorporate it like our butter. We don't want big chunks because then we're going to be tasting big chunks of vanilla, which isn't really good. So as you can see, I mix it pretty nicely. And don't worry, we'll be mixing a lot more later, so you'll be fine. And now we'll be needing our milk. Do you guys know how to say milk in Spanish? That's correct, leche. We're gonna add our leche in here. We're gonna grab our spatula and we're gonna give all of this, like a mix. So don't worry if it's very chunky. That's what the eggs are gonna do. They're gonna make not that chunky, as you can see. It's very chunky dough, not really mixing well. Well, don't worry. The eggs will fix everything. As you can see, we're gonna mix this a good amount, and I'll be right back to you guys when this is finished. So now that I mixed my sal, vanilla, and leche, we will be adding our eggs. Since I mixed it all and it's a very thick, clumpy dough, we'll be adding our eggs. So what I recommend is adding one at a time. So we added one egg, pop the yolk, and mix. Mix, mix, mix. Mix is the number one thing we'll be doing here. So make sure you get that arm strength because you really need it here. So as you can see, my batter is turning, turning, and turning. And what I recommend when watching this video is watching this before you make it. So, like I said, not in order, because right now I have preheated my oven to 350. 350, that's all. Make sure taking everything out of the oven and putting it at 350. You can see my dough isn't getting that bad. It's starting to turn a nice smooth dough. So now this is when we add eggy number 2. Now pop the yolk, very satisfying if you ask me, and mix. And I'll be right back to you guys when this is finished. So after I finish mixing my dough, I have a nice buttercream texture. So we're gonna put this to the side and we're gonna get our placeholder where we're gonna put this to bake. So as you can see, it's not really big, not small, around the medium size. And I'll teach you guys how to not use cooking spray. Cooking spray is a good tool to have in your kitchen, but sometimes it's not very good to eat. So what I recommend is making your own type of it. So what are you gonna need? Some margarine or butter, any is fine. And we're gonna put a good amount of that in here. So now we're gonna grab our 2 fingers and we're just gonna smudge it. Smudge it every single little nook and cranny. If you guys don't know what the term nook and cranny is, it originates from England. And it just says every single little place. So I'll be right back to you guys when I finish doing this. So now that I put it every single nook and cranny, as you can see, we don't want much paste. We want a thin layer. So we're going to grab our flour. We're going to sprinkle that on it. And we want to sort of get it every single little place. Like that, you can see. And I'll be right back to you guys when this is finished. Now that I finished mixing it all around and putting it everywhere, you want to grab your dough / batter. And you want to sort of just put it all in here. See? And I'll be right back to you guys when I perfectly put everything in. Well, now that I put everything in, I'm going to put in my secret ingredient, unicorn feathers. You can find them in any wizard store. Add my unicorn feathers, put that to the side, and we're going to add this to our preheated 350 Fahrenheit oven or 180 Celsius for 25 to 30 minutes. And I'll be right back to you guys when that's finished. So, me gonna grab my, fail. The strawberries went flying out. So, I'm gonna grab my really normal strawberries and we're gonna be cutting it What?
No!
Oh my god, I'm starting to feel bad for these strawberries. Well, I'm gonna cut these. Sorry, little guy. We're gonna cut these, and I'll be right back to you guys if I finish. After brutally cutting those poor strawberries, I'm just gonna put this to the side and never use it again. Let's grab our mixer and our heavy cream, pulverized sugar, and our unicorn tears. Don't worry, you guys will never find these. These are very hard to find. So we'll be needing 1 cup of heavy cream and 1/4 of a cup of pulverized sugar. Just gonna gently add all of this in, and we're gonna add our unicorn tears. We're gonna put that all to the side, and we're gonna grab our mixer. You can use any type of mixer to mix this. So, yep, that definitely works. I'll be right back to you guys when I finish beating all of this. So I have basically done everything. I have made my cream, cut the strawberries, refrigerated both, and I've made my cake. And I just let it sit around here for 30 minutes to cool down, but it's still a little hot, so this is one of your steps while it's still middle hot. You want to cut it in half, which I have did already, as you can see. We're gonna gently move that. You can see. Just gonna move this inside and move that here. So we have our cap and our base. So a beautiful cake batter. It's been nicely cooked, nice, moist. That's what we want in a vanilla cake. So I will be using Bailey's. Bailey's is an alcoholic beverage, sort of alcohol. It's mainly used for basically anything. It can be ice cream, cakes, and just to moisten it and give it a very rich flavor. So I have put it in a little cup, and I'm just gonna drizzle it a little bit on top. Just a little bit. Just around town. So we get a nice moist inside. You can see a good amount of Bailey's. Ooh, gotta be careful. Just, you can see, nicely covered. Now we're just gonna flip our cap. Just gonna add the rest onto that. Just a little drizzle. Drizzle on top, can't hurt. And this is another good thing. You can add to coffee. You can add to this a lot of things. You can see, just gonna spread it around a little. Gonna close it. Now, I'll be right back to you guys when I get the cream. So I finally finished decorating my cake with strawberries and cream. I cut it in half, I put all the cream, strawberries, etc. I closed it, I put all the cream in the outside. As you can see, I am detailing it. So now that I finished putting cream everywhere, I'm gonna be adding some wafers to the side, just to make it look cool and edgy, because you can do whatever you'd like to this cake. This is, remember, this doesn't have to be a strawberry cake. This could be a lemon pie. This could be anything really. This is just an open door to basically anything. So, just gonna finish putting on these biscuits, and I'll be right back to you guys when this is all finished. So I put all the biscuits on the outside to make it look pretty. But remember guys, this is not in the recipe. You guys can add whatever you'd like to the side. I just wanted to add some crackers to it because I love crackers. So now I have my strawberries. So I'm just gonna sort of grab them and put them around top, just to make them look all nice and pretty. You can see, very simple, but very nice. As you can see, I have added my strawberries around the side, and I'm pretty much done. But you always have to add the cherry on top, which is the strawberry. thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys watching this. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Let's get this video to 40 likes. And adios, guys. Well, I don't really do this at the end of the videos, but I'm going to be doing this, just a little show up of the cake. And make sure before you go to bed, you remember and pray for the strawberries that have sacrificed themselves, especially for this recipe. So, good night, guys, and enjoy this recipe.